Hey guys, so in this video I will do a quick benchmark of the Galaxy S3, which is overclocked to 1.7 GHz CPU and 700 MHz of the GPU clock speed. So I got this request and I'm making this video, and I'll also be going to make a quick gaming test to check out its more stability and all that. So I'm using the DN4 ROM here, which comes with Android 4.4.4 KitKat. If I go down to the settings, then about device, you can see this is Android 4.4.4 KitKat that comes with this DN4 ROM. I've done a full review of its installation tutorial and all that. Also done a full review of the kernel, which is called as Boeflla Kernel, that come with this ROM. And of course, to have all that fun, you need to install this ROM, because this comes pre-installed with this Boeflla kernel, so it's good if you install this ROM. So I've overclocked it up to 1.7 GHz and the GPU up to 700 MHz. So we're going to test out the Geek 3, but first I want to connect to a stable Wi-Fi connection. Okay, so I'm connected. Now you can also see that cool Wi-Fi icon there. It's because of exposed modules that I'm using. So let's do this here. We have the Geek 3 app, and you can also see that we are having 4 cores clocked at 1.70 GHz, and you can see that this is the overclocked. And also the model number is N910C, because I am running a Node 4 ROM, so that's why I have to change the model number. This is actually pre-changed by the ROM. You can't really change it. So let's see how much score we're going to get. And so far this has been very stable actually, and I'm very impressed because I didn't face any reboots or hang-ups or anything like that, so it's extremely good. Of course, it takes some time here. So I haven't tested this Boeflla kernel or any other ROM, so be sure to keep that in mind. And this is for the GTI 9300. It's not for some other variants, so don't try that on other variants, because you will be having some problems then. %95 done. Okay, so we have a score of 537. This is the single core score, and the multi-core score of 1504. So let's see here. This is the name of the ROM. Then pretty good score actually. Let's compare it with other devices. So I got the 537 single core score. If you compare it with the devices here, like the Asus Nexus 7 2013, which is having a Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro 1.5 GHz, so you can see we have the score close to that. And if you compare it with the previous Galaxy S3 score on normal settings, we get the 426 score, and now we are getting 537, so it's like 100 more score there, so that's a win. And then also go here into the multi-core section, you can see we have score close to the Xperia Z tablet, which is also having the Qualcomm Snapdragon S4 Pro 1504, 1589, a little bit difference there. Then also if we compare it with the stock Galaxy S3, you can see we have almost 300 plus score here on the stock as compared to the stock S3. And then also if you compare it with the Google Nexus 10, which comes with the Exynos 5250, you can see we have the score pretty close to it. So you can see that it's very stable, and we do get a lot of performance improvement and all that. And if you want me to do several more tests with it, other than just benchmarks, then I can make that video for you guys, like some gaming tests and all that. I'll do that. So let's see, we have this in Benchmark 5 app. This is a pretty intense benchmark if you ask me. So you can see we do have a newer version available. I'm not going to do it right now. So you can see it is now, this app is thinking that I'm using a Note 4, but actually this is not a Note 4, this is Galaxy S3. So this is running a full identical port of the Note 4. So that's why, pretty clever thing there. So let's run the test full. So this test will be the full decisive, and this will take some time. So sit back and relax and drink coffee. Galaxy S3 is of course an extremely popular device still today. A lot of people have this, so that's why I've started off its custom development and all that. You can check my channel out for that. I made a playlist so that you can easily find your S3's, beloved S3's videos on my channel. And be sure to subscribe. 22%. %, done. 35. So the GPU is the Meli 400 inside of the Galaxy S3, so I have a pretty good time with this GPU. It's also inside of the Galaxy S2, and pretty strong GPU if you ask me, and pretty well optimized for especially the GTA games. And you know, if you talk about the GTA games, especially San Andreas and Vice City, those two games actually are not working fine on Qualcomm 400 processors on latest devices such as Galaxy S5 Mini, but that game is running extremely fine on this device with Meli 400. So S3 will also provide you, all the daily tasks done, like messaging and phone, and its daily usage smoothly, and even gaming. Still a better phone than most of the Android phones out there. 63% done. So in to do benchmark, especially this benchmark takes a lot of time, so we have now a really interesting thing here. So this is the resolution, 720p. So it's pretty amazing that even on 1.7 GHz and GPU at 700 MHz is still very stable, and the device is actually pretty normal. It's not heating up, it's normal. And I still remember when I first bought the Galaxy S3 in 2012 maybe. Yes, so I installed the Boeflla kernel and had some fun with that, and now this is the second kernel that is available for this device for overclocking and all that. So we are getting 15 FPS on this 3D scene. Project Anarchy, so we are now getting a little bit lower FPS, 12, 13, 14, and it's now back to 15, 16, now back to 15, 16 again, 17, 18, 19, so maximum FPS of 19. So we are done without any crash. So let's see how much score we have made. So we have a score of 29,327. Now if you compare this score with other devices, of course, if I check out the details here, you can see good performance there, and the 3D performance is actually pretty well, because on stock we get like 5,000 something score, and now we have this 6,081 score in 3D benchmark. So pretty amazing scores there. So let's see if we can have this compared to other devices. Details. Let's go back. So you can see that this is actually pretty close to the LG G3. Not that close, but still it is. Score is higher than the HTC One, which is having a Snapdragon 600. It's also higher than the Xiaomi Redmi Note, the Xiaomi Mi 2. So these phones down below here, especially the HTC One, are powerful than the Galaxy S3, but you can see we still have a better score than that HTC One. And of course, you can compare it with side by side with these devices. For example, if I compare it with the HTC One, you can see HTC One has 27,000 score and we have 29,000 score, and you can see the RAM speed and all that. 3D graphics wise, HTC One has a better GPU at Adreno 330, but we do have an overall better score. And then also if we go back and compare with the Google Nexus 4, which was one of the best competitors of the S3, you can see S3 totally crushes the Nexus 4 with this 29,000 score as compared to the 21,000 score on the Nexus 4. So you can see it's definitely, you do get a lot of improvements by overclocking your S3 on 1.7 GHz and GPU at 700 MHz. Now also if you want to check out the ROM review, the kernel review, and the tutorial of how to install these things, you can check out my channel playlist for the S3. And if you guys enjoyed this, be sure to give this video a thumbs up. And if you want me to do a gaming test of this, then do comment down below and subscribe, and I'll see you next one. Peace out.